Boys, I don't know about you, but it seems like the UFC in pretty much every single division has a huge problem of not having a number one contender. I mean, we can go down from flyweight all the way down to heavyweight, and we can see when was the last time we actually had a number one contender match. Like, for a perfect example, John Jones is going to be fighting Stipe Miocic. That's not a number one contender fight. We just saw Pereira fight Khalil Roundtree. That was also not really a number one contender fight. We can go on and on, Islam fighting Poirier, O'Malley fighting Vera, we can go on and on and on. We just got announced that Pantoja is going to be making his title defense against an unranked debuting fighter. So we're going to be making a number one contender tournament for every single division, starting with flyweight, ending with heavyweight. Am I going to do a prediction on who I think is going to win the tournament? No, that's your guys' job. Let me know in the comments below who you think would win these tournaments in each division. So let's start off with flyweight. Flyweight, we got the champion Pantoja. We need a number one contender for Pantoja. Now, it sucks because I'm pretty sure Pantoja has fought at least 90% of the guys on this list. It is what it is. Sucks to be a flyweight right now because you got a champion who's already ran through the division. But right now, we have Brandon Moreno. Now, I don't have it on who's going to fight who, all this stuff. I'm not having it pure tournament style. It's just a concept idea. But for flyweight, we got Brandon Moreno. Obviously, we have to have Brandon Moreno in this tournament. A staple in that flyweight division. Then, we also have Amir Albazi. Both these guys are going to be fighting each other relatively soon here. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, a lot of fighters I have on all of these tournaments have been scheduled to fight each other. I didn't know about this shit. I had this video all the way in my back pocket for a hot minute now. I had this video pretty much finalized for a month now. So a lot of these guys have been scheduled to fight, but regardless, Amir Albazi. We also have Brandon Royval, another staple in that flyweight division. But after that, we also got Tatsuya Taira, another staple of this flyweight division, up and coming guy. Yes, he did just recently lose, but he's still young. He can still be constantly improving in this flyweight division. I think he's going to be really, really high level by the time he's in his prime, but we got Tatsuya Taira here. Also, Steve Ercik. We got Steve Ercik. We need some Steve Ercik in this flyweight division. Someone who a lot of people think he beat Pantoja in his last fight for the title, and unfortunately got knocked out against Kai Car-France. It is what it is. We also got Manel Kape here. Manel Kape is someone that I thought would be really high in this division. Someone who could arguably become a champion, get that rematch against Pantoja and get that win, but I don't know. It's been a lot of downs, not much ups for a Manel Kape fan base. It is what it is. We haven't seen much success coming from Manel Kape in a minute now. But also Tagir Ulanbekov. That's my 8th guy I have on this list. If you guys want, make these guys up. Let me know who you think would win this entire tournament. Let's go down to Bantamweight division. Bantamweight, of course, we have to have the previous champion, Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley, definitely the most dangerous guy on the feet in this entire Bantamweight division, in my opinion. Then, we also have Corey Sandhagen. Sean O'Malley versus Corey Sandhagen would be a very fun matchup. And honestly, if I'm Sean O'Malley, I'm calling out Corey Sandhagen for a bounce-back fight because I think he makes easy work of Corey Sandhagen. But regardless, we also have the number one contender, Umar Nurmagomedov. Lots of people think this guy's going to be the next champion. He's going to run through Merab. I don't know about that, but he's up here. Then Jose Aldo. We have to have the legend Jose Aldo in this tournament. It would be completely unjust having Jose Aldo here. And if you guys are going to notice, there ain't no Mario Batista on this list because all my homies hate Mario Batista. Moving down, another former champion, Peter Yan. Gotta have Yan on this list. Do I think Peter Yan ever becomes a champion again, though? Absolutely not. Once we get closer to the Yan versus Figueiredo fight, I'm going to drop a video on why I think Peter Yan will never be a UFC champion ever again. That video is going to go dummy hard, so be on the lookout for that one. But talking about Davis and Figueiredo, we got to have Figgy on this list too. They've been doing Figgy very dirty. Figgy and Jose Aldo, they've been doing dirty recently. Figgy deserves to have a title shot a while ago, having a chance to be a double champ, but UFC, I don't know why they hate this man so much. We also got Song Yadong here. Song Yadong, a good solid bantamweight. Then to finish it off, we have Marlon Vera. We can easily change Vera for someone else, but I have Vera on this list. Let's go down to the featherweight division. The tournament for the featherweights, of course, we got Volkanovski here and Max Holloway. It would be stupid not to have those guys in the featherweight tournament, but regardless, Alexander Volkanovski, Max Holloway, definitely going to be in this tournament. Then Diego Lopez, we got to have Lopez, an up-and-coming guy who made a huge name for himself this year. This year was probably, a lot of people are saying that, Pereira is the fighter of the year, but there's an argument to be made for Diego Lopez. Yes, maybe it wasn't against as high-level competition, but it was hella fast. This man speed run this shit and became one of the bigger stars in this featherweight division. Let's keep moving down, though. I got Josh Emmett here. Josh Emmett, a good middle-of-the-pack fighter for featherweight. Do I think he wins this whole thing? Absolutely not, but he has that dynamite right hand. He has power in both hands, to be honest, and I think it'll be a fun matchup. We also have two stinkers here, Movsar Evloev and Aljamain Sterling. They're just really high in the rankings, and you have to put them here. It'd be unjust not to put them in here, but we got these two guys in here. Then we also have Arnold Allen. Arnold Allen versus Josh Emmett would actually be a banger of a fight, I'm not gonna lie. Then to finish it off, I don't know if I should put Brian Ortega here, but I do have Brian Ortega, a staple of featherweight. I just don't know if he's staying at featherweight or moving to lightweight, but we could change him out, but I have Brian Ortega here. Just another staple in this featherweight division. Let's move down to lightweight now. The lightweight tournament. Of course, we're going to have Arman Tsarukyan. We have to have Arman here. At this point, he is a number one contender. He's like one of the rare number one contenders in the UFC. But we have Arman here. And then after that, we just have a bunch of huge name value guys and guys that deserve to be here. Charles Oliveira, Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, Dan Hooker. I'm throwing in Michael Chandler here too. Is it kind of like a pity thing? Yes. Plus, the UFC would love to put Chandler in this position. And then, a curveball here. We're also going to put Max Holloway here. Max Holloway deserves to be way higher ranked in this lightweight division than what he actually is. But I'm throwing Max Holloway in here. Does he have a better chance at lightweight than featherweight? I don't think so. I think he gets murked at lightweight compared to all these other guys, but I have him here. And then to finish it off, a guy that's been here for a minute, but he's making a huge name for himself as of recently. We got the boy Money Moicano. Moicano can't afford to lose. Best believe he's winning this entire thing, but those are the 8 people here. Let's go down to the welterweight division. Welterweight, have to have Leon Edwards and Kamaru Usman, both previous champions. I also have Colby Covington here, previous champion and a staple in this welterweight division. Then we have a lot of up-and-coming guys here. Shavkat Rakhmonov, Jack Della Maddalena, Ian Gary. I have MVP and Wonderboy here. You could change Wonderboy out, but my thinking is we put MVP versus Wonderboy in this tournament. They fight each other. Winner gets to move on. Plus, that'd be a fun matchup to watch. So I have those 8 people here. Yes, like I said, you could change out Wonderboy. I just have him here because I want to see MVP versus Wonderboy. Let's go down to that middleweight division. Middleweight division, of course, we have to have Sean Strickland, Israel Adesanya, and Robert Whittaker, all previous champions. Have to have those guys here. I'm also going to put Caio Brahalho here. Up-and-coming guy. He's ranked number 5 right now. I think we have to put Imavov here, even though I don't really want to. We have Imavov, that's 5. And then I was going to go with like Marvin Vettori, Jared Cannonier, and Paulo Costa. I was going to go with those 3 people, but they're kind of washed at the end of their career. We're going to go Michel Pereira, Hamzat Chimaev, and fuck it, Paulo Costa, because he is the biggest name that I mentioned previously. So those are our 8 people in this one. And yeah, this one honestly is a pretty stacked list and would be fairly entertaining. Even though a lot of people aren't the biggest fan of the middleweight division, this tournament for the middleweights would be pretty entertaining, I'm not gonna lie. Let's go down light heavyweight. Light heavyweight, we had to have a lot of the previous champions here, like Yuri Prochazka, Jamal Hill, Jan Blachowicz. Then, some title contenders. We have, of course, a number 1 contender right now, Magomed, another rare example of having a number 1 contender. We're going to have Magomed here. Then I'm going to put Khalil Roundtree Jr. here as well. A lot of people thought he didn't deserve to be there with Pereira. Turned out he did exceptionally well. I think he should be in this tournament. Then I have Ratchik here as well as Volkan Oezdemir and Akia Krylov. Honestly, one of the weaker lists, this light heavyweight one, following up with heavyweight. Heavyweight's also is a little bit weak, I'm not gonna lie, just because these divisions are pretty shallow. But heavyweight, Cyril Gahn, Alexander Volkov, Sergey Pavlovich, Curtis Blades, Jailton Almeida, Tai Tuivasa, Jairzinho Rosenstrike, and Derek Lewis. Probably the worst one on this list, I'm not gonna lie, but those are the tournaments. Let me know, either make them up for me in the comments below, or just tell me outright who you would think would win in each division, who's going to be the tournament winner. If I had to, quickly run through these and guess and not put much effort into it, I would say Flyweight. I'm going to say Brandon Royval, to be honest. I would say Brandon Royval would win this one. Maybe even Tagir Ulanbekov. He's low-key slept on, but one of those two. Bantamweight probably Umar, logically. Featherweight, I would have to go with Diego Lopez. Lightweight, our boy can't afford to lose. I'm going with Money Moicano. Welterweight, Shavkat. Middleweight, probably Chimaev, depending on how he looks against Whitaker, but I'd probably pick Chimaev. Light heavyweight, I don't know, Khalil Roundtree looked dangerous. I might have to go with Khalil Roundtree, but I could see someone like a Magomed or a Nikia Krylov getting it done. Then heavyweight, fuck it, I want to see our boy Tai Tuivasa get it done. But let me know in the comments below your guys's. And yeah, would you pick anyone else to be in these tournaments? What do you guys think of this idea? Do you guys want the UFC to start implementing tournaments? Because I think that would be a great idea. And yeah, quickly look at this, because 99% of you guys just watch this shit for free. All I ask, your boy is on that goal to get to 1,000 subscribers. All I ask is you hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications so you never miss any of these rare videos. And yeah, guys, there's really not that much else left to say, except for I will see you guys in my next video.